All right, on today's episode of Python Papi, we're back inside our smart contracts project. Let's have a look at what we're going to be going over today. And today we're back inside our setup module. So let's pick up where we left off from yesterday. And notice that we use the same syntax as in Python, but we use the Viper types instead of the Python types. The example we used was a Unit 256 type, which is a Viper type, but we can also use any Viper type that we want, i.e. address, bytes 32, int 256, etc., etc. Now, this is because Viper is a subset of Python and it uses the same syntax for type hints. That's why we can use the same syntax on both. You can also use type hints in Viper to indicate the type of a function parameter or return value. And we can also update the value of a variable in Python in Viper. We can update the value of a variable in Python like this. My variable equals 10. Now this updates the value of my variable to 10 regardless of what it was before. So remember how we started out my variable equaling 5? So we can say my variable equals 5, we can have some code in between, and then we can have my variable equals 10. Or we can have my variable equals 10 right underneath it, regardless. As long as we assign my variable equals 10, no matter what we had it as before, my variable will equal 10 now. Now, this also applies to other types of variables, such as strings, floats, booleans, etc. We can also update the value of a variable in Viper like this. So you can see we're using a type hint for this one. So it's going to say my variable, colon, uint 256 equals 7. This updates the value of my variable to 7 regardless of what it was before. So you can see my variable, colon, uint 256 equals 7. It's going to set the variable to 7. Not only that, it's going to set the type to uint 256. So let's say last time it was a my variable, colon, integer 256 equals 5. Now we're going to change it to an unsigned integer of 256, and we're going to change the value to a 7. So that's how it works. Whatever the last thing we assign to the variable is, that's what the variable is going to be, regardless of what it was before. Now, this applies to other types of variables such as address, bytes 32, uint 256, etc. It all works. Whatever the last thing we assign to it, that's what it's going to be. Now, next we will look at arrays slash lists in Python and Viper. Now, we're going to leave it there for right now. Tomorrow, we're going to pick back up. Like I said, we're going to do this piece by piece so we don't get too far ahead and get confused. But of course, I will keep you posted every step of the way. For now, this is the Python Papi. You guys stay Gucci.